I believe that my personal theory of learning can be described as a combination of social learning and constructivism. For effective learning to take place, I feel that the course content has to keep the learner actively engaged. Learners are motivated by their past experiences and knowledge, and they want to expand that knowledge base. There has to be a positive connection between the learner, the instructor, and the content. Communication is a key link between an instructor and a learner. The instructor has to be available to the learner and in a suitable amount of time. The social learning aspect in constructivism comes into play in communication with group dialogue. This is where the learners work together, collaborating on a project or feeding off of one another's knowledge. Having an organized course in a user-friendly LMS is very beneficial to a learner. If the learner has to look for all of the assignments and cannot find it, he or she becomes very frustrated. This also takes into account if the course is not ready when the session begins or if the links in the LMS are not working. Course organization is very important whether you are teaching an online course or a face-to-face course. The learner deserves to have a prepared instructor and a prepared course. Learners need to feel that they are part of a class, that they are involved in some type of a social community where they can learn with their peers and from their peers. Being able to construct things as in a project-based learning helps to increase their sense of presence. In a study by Borup, West, and Graham, it was reported that half of the students felt that their experience improved when the instructor used video communication, and it had a substantial impact on establishing sense of presence. This gave important information on the communication and sense of presence. To research if learners desire a feeling of sense of presence and open and timely communication from an instructor, a survey could be conducted to current students. The Likert type scale would be based on their satisfaction of their success in the course and their perceptions of communication and sense of presence. A survey request could be sent to faculty members requesting their help from their students. It could also be sent through social media sites asking for volunteers. Methods I would employ would be to open the lines of communication and make sure to be very timely when answering student questions. Another method would be to develop an evaluation at the midterm and end of the semester to see if the students were getting what they needed from the course, if they felt a sense of presence, and if the communication was adequate. Some final thoughts. No two learners learn the same way. Take the time to find out what works best with each of your students. Also, embrace your role as an instructor to make the learning more productive, challenging, and positive for all involved.